Hello and welcome back. So today's video is all about Doctor Who, and it's the more modern series with classical villains. um, okay, let's start with Doctor number 9. So he only got one season, but I think he was a really good doctor. Yeah. And as always, these larger figures are really well made, and they really capture the likeness of the actors. And yeah, I like these. And after him, we have Doctor number 10. And I think this is one of the most popular doctors, David Tennant. There's a bunch of different figures of him. I have a couple of different versions, but I really like this one, and I have it displayed with the rest of my figures. And yeah, he has his trench coat and his striped suit with sneakers. He does have his glasses on here. Yeah, I would prefer one without the glasses, but it's okay. And then we have the 11th Doctor, also a fan favorite. And there's a whole lot of different versions of him too. But I think this is the most standard version, so I keep him on display. And then we have number 12, Capaldi. There's a couple of different versions of him. This is his more relaxed look. Yeah, I think he's an underrated doctor, actually, because I think the actor is really great. And the problem was the script for his shows. So there were some really boring episodes, and some episodes were the best in the whole New Who universe. So, yeah. And then we have Doctor number 13. Yeah. And she's the only one with her Sonic here. If you can call it that. I think it looks like something completely different, but yeah. I think just as Capaldi, the 13th Doctor, I liked her, the actress. I think the script sucked. There were so bad stories, but they could have been so much better with Rosa Parks and Nikola Tesla and stuff like that, but no, no. But the figure looks great. And I don't have the more recent Doctors yet. Maybe I get them. But we have a couple of companions here. Amy Pond. And she worked with Matt Smith here. This is a really nice figure. Yeah, maybe I should get a Rory to go with her, but we'll see about that. Then we have Rose, of course, and she worked with these guys. And there's a couple of figures of her. I think this is the best. Yeah. And then we go back to the classic Doctor Who, Sarah Jane. Although this figure is of her older self, so this could be when she met David Tennant, or at the end of her run with the old doctors. And great character, and I do like this figure. There's a couple of different versions of her too, but I like this one. And of course, we have to mention K9. This is a remote controlled version. I don't have the remote for it, but I'm not going to search for it. I just have this on my shelf. It does speak, even if you can't really hear what he's saying, but yeah. Yeah, it sounds terrible. So, yeah. And then we move on to Unit. And this is one of my favorite characters of all Doctor Who. And he has worked with almost every Doctor, from the original Doctor to the modern one. He was actually cast in an episode as another character at first. And that's how he was introduced. But he later became the Brigadier, the leader of Unit, and yeah, I love this guy. There's a couple of different figures of him too. None that I really like, but this is one of the best, I think. And then we have Sergeant Benton. And yeah. Cool guy in the show. The figure I don't know, but It looks nice, sure. And you got to have a couple of these guys to back up the Doctor. And now we move on to the villains. And, well, everyone knows about the Cybermen. Yeah, I prefer the original Cybermen. This one is okay. I don't know. I don't like the helmets on these guys. The first original Cyberman was, well, more or less a gray sock over the head with a flashlight on top. Very simple, but really cool. And this one is quite okay. And not much of articulation, but it works. And then we have this potato guy. The Sontaran. There's a few different versions of these guys. This is from the classic Doctor, and yeah, the potato guy. And yeah, it's a cool figure. I do like the design of this guy, and in the show the masks are fantastic. I don't know how they did it back then, but it works really well. And then we have the Decaying Master. I'm sad to say this is the only figure of the Master I have. Not my favorite, but I got to have one at least. And he's suffering from the same problem as the Emperor in Star Wars. It's a cool looking figure standing on a shelf, but I don't know really if anyone wants to play with this. Yeah. And of course, the Dalek, everyone's favorite. The neighborhood plumber. Yeah. There's hundreds of versions of this one, all different colors and from different time periods and stuff. I kind of like this on the shelf. And that's the 5.5-inch figures. They also made these 3 3/4 type figures. Here's a Saigon. Comes with these small stands. That's nice, at least. I do like these figures. And you can interact with G.I. Joe or Star Wars and stuff, but I prefer the larger size. And hopefully I can get this in the larger size someday. But they do look really great. And the last figure here is one of my favorite villains. It's the Ice Warrior. Comes with a stand. And the one problem with this figure is it's all hard plastic. Even the head, arms, legs. Most figures have maybe the torso in hard plastic, but the more rubbery-like arms and legs, but this is all hard plastic. But it looks really nice. And I would like to get one of these in the larger scale too, but maybe someday. And that's about it for this video. Please like and subscribe, and hey, I'll be back with more. But until then, bye bye.